Now, within months, he would be dead, poisoned at the hands of an unknown assassin. Tonight, ITV News can broadcast exclusively the final interview of Alexander Litvinenko, in which the former Russian spy makes a series of explosive accusations.
The content of the video, which has never been seen before, is, according to one man, the very reason he was killed. It was recorded in secret and never meant for broadcast. While as our international editor Bill Neely reports, Litvinenko points a finger from beyond the grave.
This is a dead man talking.
I'm Alexander Walterovich Litvinenko, former KGB and FSB officer.
Alexander Litvinenko reveals his past as a spy and his fears for his life. He wanted allegations against the Russian secret services recorded on video. This is it, and it may have cost him his life. 9 months after recording it, Litvinenko had been poisoned. The man who made the video was the man who met him here for lunch the day he fell ill. The men he met later that day had connections with Russia's secret services. Of the men on the video, one is dead, one is in jail. Alexander Litvinenko knew he had enemies in the Russian state. In the video, he details threats to him and to his family.
I was threatened with the murder of my 6-year-old son. Since then, my persecution has become more intense. A bomb was thrown into my window.
That attack on his home in London was documented by police. Litvinenko had no doubt who was targeting him.
The main method that the secret services use in politics is terrorism.
But the most contentious allegations concern the current Italian Prime Minister Romano Prodi. Litvinenko claims he was told by a top KGB general, Anatoly Trofimov, that Prodi worked for the Russians.
Trofimov didn't exactly say that Prodi was a KGB agent, because the KGB avoids using that word. But he said he was our man, a KGB man, and that the KGB with Prodi were carrying out some secret, dirty operations in Italy.
Trofimov, who told Litvinenko this, is now dead, murdered in Moscow. He had offered no proof. Litvinenko has none. Prodi has faced similar allegations before, but never on camera from a former spy. In the past, Prodi has vigorously denied the allegations. His office made no comment today. Also appearing on the video, Mario Scaramella, an Italian investigator, who met Litvinenko the day he was poisoned and who was also contaminated. After being treated in Britain for radiation poisoning, Mario Scaramella, the man who made this video, returned here to Italy, where he was immediately arrested. He's now here behind bars in this Rome jail, accused of lying but not charged with anything. And here, for the foreseeable future, he will stay. One former Russian intelligence officer believes this video cost Litvinenko his life. We've altered his voice and his appearance.
Because, to my mind, this tape is the ground why the Russian services assassinated Alexander Litvinenko.
This video, never seen before, was Litvinenko's last interview. He was determined he would not be silenced, even from beyond the grave. Bill Neely, ITV News, Rome.
Well, last night we broadcast the exclusive final interview of Alexander Litvinenko, the former Russian spy poisoned by radioactive polonium. In it, he made some explosive claims against some pretty powerful people.
Well, tonight we explain how that interview came into our hands and why the man who recorded it now thinks that his life is in danger as well. Our international editor Bill Neely reports.
Over and over, Alexander Litvinenko repeats it, that Romano Prodi, Italy's Prime Minister, worked for the Russian secret services. He offered no proof. Prodi has always denied it. The KGB used terrorism, says Litvinenko. I'm being persecuted. These allegations were dangerous, and this man, Mario Scaramella, who made the film, knew it. 9 months after it was made, Litvinenko was dead. And Scaramella, who'd been with him the day he fell ill, was being treated for radiation poisoning. As soon as he left hospital, he moved to protect his film. In London, he met a trusted Russian friend and handed it over. 2 people connected to it, Litvinenko and his source in Moscow, had been murdered. For weeks, the film was hidden and then passed to ITV News. Scaramella then flew to Italy, where he was immediately arrested. He's now in jail in Rome, accused of lying. For his own protection, he's on an isolation wing. He's afraid he too will be murdered by Russian agents.
Permane questo stato di estrema preoccupazione anche per la sua...
He believes he's still in serious danger, even in prison. He is in danger outside, he's in danger inside. I mean, the Italian prisons are not so safe.
It is highly unusual in Italy for a man simply accused of lying, but not charged, to be held down there in prison for a month. Now, the Italian authorities say this has nothing to do with the Litvinenko poisoning or with the allegations made on this film against Italy's Prime Minister. But it is, at the very least, another curious twist in a murky, dirty and deadly story that raises all sorts of suspicions. Scaramello made the video because he wanted names of Russian agents. Litvinenko supplied plenty, says a friend who wants his identity protected.
He wanted to be as helpful as possible and to do his best to identify as many Russian agents as possible.
But a colleague of Scaramello's, who was also trying to expose Russian agents, says the video testimony proved deadly.
It's very important, that could be one of the reasons, or the reason for the Litvinenko assassination.
One video, two men, one in jail, the other dead. Who killed him remains, like Russia, a riddle wrapped in a mystery. Bill Neely, ITV News, Rome.